Hello.
Hello.
Oop. No, I don't want to fucking help review Adobe products.
I've never wanted that.
No, shut up. Get out of here. Cancel. Okay. Nope. No, I don't. I'm going to give you a 0, you motherfucker. How likely are you to recommend Audition to a friend or colleague? 0, extremely unlikely. 10, extremely likely. 0, because you won't get off of my fucking screen. Oh no,
I don't just randomly recommend recording software to people.
Hey, do you love to record audio? Use the Adobe one.
It's only $500.
I just hid it behind the Skype window, so hey, maybe that'll do it. Hello, James. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm terrific.
I like your mustache.
Thank you very much. It's the same mustache I've had for a really long time, but recently people have become fixated on it for some reason.
It's very good and nice.
Well, thank you. I put a lot of effort into it. I wax it. I trim it. I wash it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wash your mustache. Listen, a lot of people out there.
Oh, don't I know it, Phil?
Look, people who grow mustaches tend to be men. And men tend to not know how to take care of their face.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you grow hair out of your face and there's still skin underneath it.
Yep.
Gets all dried out, nasty and crusty.
Yeah.
So you got to wash it with face wash. You got to rub oils into it. You got to brush out all those nasty dead skin flakes. Treat that skin. Take care of it. Love it. Keep it soft and smooth. Otherwise, you're one of those grody motherfuckers with like beard dandruff all over the front of your t-shirt.
No one wants that.
No.
No one wants
does.
your beard flakes.
Fucking waiting in line for Deadpool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I went to see the Deadpool 2, there was a man there who had a very large beard, and he was wearing a Deadpool t-shirt and also a Deadpool hoodie and also Deadpool sweatpants and also a Deadpool belt buckle.
Yeah, geez-o PCs.
Like, that's not even a costume, man. It's just...
You're just coordinating fashion at that point. I guarantee you that same man would never like coordinate the colors of an outfit to not wear it to a Deadpool release.
No.
Oh, I can't wear navy and black. Why? Because of the homosexual agenda. Meanwhile, here come new Star Wars movie. I'm going to wear my t-shirt that says Star Wars on it.
That's the most coordination I understand.
I don't think enough people are aware of Star Wars as a concept, so I'm going to wear my t-shirt that just says Star Wars on it, just to remind everyone about Star Wars.
To the Star Wars movie premiere, because those people have definitely never heard of Star Wars.
Hey, I went to go to my favorite restaurant and get a new meal, so I wore my McDonald's t-shirt, my McDonald's pants, my McDonald's shoes, and a Ronald McDonald hat. Here I am, big fan. Give me my 10 kiddie meals, please. Big fan. I'm a big fan of McDonald's. They give me this time. It's gonna come with a Deadpool toy.
Aw.
Yeah,
I would get that Happy Meal.
No, it's great. It's a Happy Meal and it's got a little Deadpool in it. And you wind him up backwards and you let him go and he rolls forwards and then his dick comes out and he fucks your McNuggets.
That sounds like a good and worthwhile toy, and I would want it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's Deadpool. It's like a funny sex thing.
Mm-hmm. Penis.
Uh-huh.
The penis is funny.
Do you want to speculate about what different comic book characters' penises look like? Because we were doing that on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, we were.
Because I guess we're all gonna see the Joker's dick in the new for adults only edgy DC comics that are coming out.
No, we're definitely not. We're definitely gonna see Harley's boobs and butt and nothing else.
No, we're gonna see the Joker's dick, and I think that his penis hole area is also sliced up and scarred like his face, probably.
You just got a big Glasgow smile scar on the tip of his peen.
Yep. What about Deadpool's?
On the tip of his white and green peen, by the way.
Yeah. What about Deadpool's dick, James? What do you think that one looks like? Probably all burnt up, huh?
Yeah, it looks like when Freddy Krueger turned into a snake monster in the 5th Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Do you think Spider-Man's dick stick to walls?
That's a good question. Does he grow the special little Tobey Maguire hairs out of his dick tip like he do his fingertips?
I don't know. Can we cut this? This is literally a bit from Mallrats. I've just now realized.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so mad I started that bit, and now I'm just mad about it. Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay. Mallrats is fine.
No, it's not. Yeah, all of our superheroes' favorite genitals is just wonderful. Just love to talk about them and think about them.
I do. Look, it's one of the few areas of comics that comics doesn't tell me about in excruciating detail, so I got to think about it for myself.
What about Garfield's dick? Does it Hey Mondays?
He can barely see it anymore.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, it's mostly receded into his body cavity. He just got a little furry acorn down there.
Oh, man. God, I regret this so much.
I don't. It's all staying in.
Christ almighty. So can we abandon this dick bit and record a podcast?
Yeah, let's record a podcast.
Terrific.
I mean, I'm not going to abandon the dick bit because that's definitely staying in, but we can record a podcast.
Well, I don't necessarily mean abandon it for podcast purposes, but abandon it now and stop talking about it.
Yes.
Improvy.
Hello.
This is the world's first and foremost film repair podcast. I'm your film. My favorite part of this podcast is when I make James laugh, choke, vape smoke out of his mouth.
How many times did you say film?
I don't know, man. I'm not a calculator.
I'm your executive film form, James Kettler.
Hello, James.
Hello.
How are you doing? How are all the things?
Superb.
That's good. I'm glad.
I had a long, busy day at work. I made lots of money, and now I get to kick back.
Oh, dope. What's kicking back look like for you? What do you do to relax? What do you do to unwind after a long, busy day besides record podcasts with brother?
Well, I'm currently chowing down on a very, very delicious marijuana edible treat I've made for myself.
Oh, what is it made of? It kind of looks like you took a piece of pizza and rolled it up and then left it under the couch.
No, it's a Rice Krispie treat. It's just made with Fruity Pebbles instead of the Rice Krispies.
So it's a Fruity Pebble treat.
Yeah, and it is delicious.
Mm-hmm. And you put marijuana butter in there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What a nice time. I live in Oregon, so I don't even have to make my own weed treats. I just go to the store and buy them on the shelf.
Yeah, that must be nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were younger? Then we wouldn't have to. Then we wouldn't have to cook our own weed.
Older.
Just like that classic song.
Mm-hmm.
James, would you like to? Before I want to maybe hurry up the podcast and do it real quick because I'm worried about once those drugs hit you, your pupils are going to dilate real big and not going to be able to do podcasts anymore.
No, I'll be fine.
So let's hurry up real quick. Let's put on our running shoes and jog on down over to trailers.apple.com and maybe fix a couple of trailers before we fix our movie for this week.
Yeah, let's do it up.
What about Occupation, the Conquest Begins? Have we done that one?
No. Oh, so much teal and orange on this poster. It's got to be good.
Galdango Pete's, it's just the teal and the orange. Well, that movie looks like a real pile of shit.
Yep. Wow. Just like Red Dawn plus
It's just
Independence Day.
This is Red Dawn with aliens.
Yeah.
Red Planet Dawn is something we could call it.
That's a good title.
What if aliens were communists, James?
Dawn of Red. I don't know, Phil. What if they were?
I don't know.
I mean, we'd still just try to shoot them, right?
All I can think of with regard to that idea is more Red Planet, red commie puns. But I do think we touched on something early on in this trailer because the first thing the aliens do when they show up is they blow up the big football diamond and the football game.
Yeah, they blow up the big game.
I like the idea that aliens have just been receiving Earth's broadcasts for years and years and years, and they've been seeing all of the football sports that we've been putting out into the air, and they just hate it so much. The aliens hate football. They
think it's cruel and mean and violent, and they're gonna stop it by blowing everybody up.
But more than that, James, they hate the flag, and they hate our freedoms.
Yeah, they do hate our freedoms.
I think to the aliens, the football is sort of a representation of everything that makes America great and our freedoms. And they hate that, and they want to end it because aliens they are communists.
Yep.
And they're very repressive in their alien society, and our freedoms are upsetting to them. So the aliens come and they want to blow up the big game. And some of the football players, they don't want to stand up for themselves. What do, James?
Oh, they kneel.
They're going to kneel in front of their new alien overlords and pay fealty to them. But there's a ragtag group of real American heroes who's going to stand up in the face of that alien invasion, stand up for our flag, and fight for the truths that we hold to be self-evident.
Okay. So how about the movie starts like that, and then halfway through we find out that the aliens are actually right the whole time, and they blow up the U.S. government?
Wow. The aliens brought free healthcare. They blew up the Silver Dome, but they did bring free healthcare.
They have these cubes that fix everything. Like, Tom Brady's dead, but,
They brought Pat Tillman back to life and killed him again, but they have solved want and hunger.
Oh, they brought Strom Thurmond and Richard Nixon back and, mashed their bodies together in a particle accelerator, so now they're just a gross, heaving mass of flesh and pain, but, they did, sanitize all the Earth's water and make it potable, so...
Yeah, and I think the movie is definitely called Red Planet Dawn Alien Dead Redemption.
Yep.
2.
Why 2? What was the first one?
This trailer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Should we do one more trailer?
Yeah, let's do one more.
What about the yellow birds?
Yeah, this looks bad.
It's about our troops, James.
Yep, it looks bad. I'm not really a war movie person. Another Saban Films? Saban, just make Power Rangers. What are you doing? Toni Collette.
Yes. Dang it, this movie might be good, James.
Yeah, we might have made another mistake.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I didn't pay any attention to that trailer because I was looking for a Sonic the Hedgehog meme that I've just sent you on your phone. This movie might be good. I don't know. Toni Collette's there. It looks like it's about a war and some soldiers, and it looks very serious. And James, you want to describe the image I've just sent to you on your cellular phone?
So it's everybody's favorite fast rodent, Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's the fast blue hog that ran his way into all of our hearts.
Mm-hmm. He is doing a spin move through a robot of some sort, I'm assuming made by the sinister Dr. Ivan Eggman Robotnik.
Wait, I thought Eggman and Robotnik were two different guys.
Nope, they are the same guy.
Wait, who's the guy who made Sonic, his friend?
I don't think anyone made Sonic, Phil. I think you're thinking of Mega Man and Dr. Light and Dr. Wily.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know a lot about Sonic, I'm not going to lie.
Anyway, Sonic doing a spin move through one of Eggman's robots, and it says, for the first time in his life, Sonic is devoid of humor. For the first time in his life, Sonic truly understands the meaning of war.
Yeah, and Sonic's face is real stern, too.
He's shaped like a tire, but his face is very serious. He's a very serious tire.
So I think I know what movie we need to make, James, and it is a very serious, very heavy, very, very gravitas, Oscar-worthy war picture, but it's starring Sonic and Shadow and Biggs the Cat and all their friends, and Cream or whatever her name is.
Amy, Tails, Knuckles, Rogue, they're all there.
Isn't there one named Cream?
Yeah, there is one named Cream. She a rabbit.
It's a rabbit named Cream. I think she's trying to stuff her guts back into her body after a mortar.
So can it kind of be like the Wonder Woman movie where it's set in a real historical war that actually happened, And it is kind of shot and looks like a war movie, but there is just like Sonic the Hedgehog and all his aminal friends running around.
Yeah,
lighting
definitely.
people up.
I think it's Desert Storm.
So just like a very morally gray.
Because James, if you rearrange the letters of Sonic the Hedgehog, you know what it spells.
Desert Storm?
Saddam Hussein.
Oh, yeah. Hey, SH, they got the same initials.
Look, dude, it's not a coincidence.
And I have it on good authority that Saddam's middle name was the
Saddam Hussein. Yeah, definitely. So I think Sonic and all of his friends, they get drafted and maybe they're mercenaries. Maybe they like work for Blackwater and shit and they're just there to get that oil.
Yeah. Yep.
And Metal Sonic's there.
But like in the Sonic games, so they want to get the oil at first.
Mm-hmm.
But then how in the Sonic games, Sonic bust open all the evil robots and like there's little baby aminals inside that he saved.
Mm-hmm.
So they learn that the oil is actually made up of mashed up dinos, and halfway through they switch sides and they're like, no, now we got to protect the oil and turn it back into dinosaurs.
Oh, they turn the oil back into friendly dinosaurs who become soldiers on their side. So the more oil they can seize, the more soldiers they have. The more soldiers they have, the more oil they can seize. But they are still in it, I think. They are in it to save dinosaurs, but they're also kind of in it for their own enrichment. It's like, you remember that movie, The Three Kings? Starring George Clooney?
Mm-hmm. And Marky Mark and Ice Cube.
Yeah, where it was Desert Storm, and they were there, and they were trying to get a bunch of rich Saddam Hussein gold for themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's that, but it's Sonic and Shadow, Biggs the Cat, and all their friends, and I think it's called Three Rings.
Yep, it sure is. Were you building to that as soon as you suggested Desert Storm?
No, but not long after.
No, it's okay. It's much better that you didn't. I'm glad that came out organically. It's very good.
Hey, James, do you feel sufficiently warmed up in order to make a movie?
Yeah, I'm ready to make a movie.
Now that we've lobbed all these bombs at Red America.
Yeah. All these hot takes.
Yeah. Hey, James, what movie are we fixing this week? And can you please give me the title in the form of an animal and a body part?
We're watching the 2001 Brendan Fraser supernatural comedy, Monkeybone.
So every time I hear Brendan Fraser's name, I think about that Comedy Central interstitial from years and years ago where it's Brendan Fraser being like, I'm Brendan Fraser. Or don't say Brendan Fraser because I'll come kill your family.
Isn't that from The Daily Show?
No, it's just a Comedy Central thing.
I thought it was an interview he did on The Daily Show back in like the Craig Kilborn days.
Oh, it might could have been from that, but they used it as like a promo thing for a lot of the time.
Yeah, if you say Fraser, I know where you live.
Yeah, and I'm going to come there and I'm going to kill your family is what he said.
Yeah.
And Kelsey Grammer's going to come with me because people call him Fraser also. He doesn't like it. Yeah, we fixed Monkeybone. James, have we ever talked about why we've been picking the movies that we've been picking recently?
No, so I've just been pulling up a random number generator, setting it to 1990 to 2018, and getting us a random year. And then I look up the worst movies of that year on IMDb, and I give you like 4 options, and then you pick one.
Yeah, and this year was which one?
2001.
2001. And James, what is the movie Monkeybone about in your opinion?
It's about a cartoonist who gets possessed by his own cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cartoon wants to make toys of himself that fart nightmare gas to give people nightmares for the god Hypnos.
Yeah, which is a tiny-legged Arsenio
Gus from Breaking
Hall.
Bad.
Oh, was it? Wait, really? I thought it was Arsenio Hall the whole time.
No, it's Giancarlo Esposito.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I for real thought it was Arsenio Hall.
Nope.
Anywho's, it's okay. Well, now I want to make the movie Arsenio Hall: Tiny Legs. No, that's nothing. Yeah, so there's 2 key core aspects of this movie that I want to focus on. One is it's about a cartoonist who creates a horny cartoon who does take over his body and his life. And it's also about that cartoonist being trapped in a world of like imagination creations of his own design.
Yeah.
Are the two core aspects of it. So I've got roughly half of my ideas here are either what if creator was taken over by creation, or what if creator was trapped in a world of their creation. So I just kind of want to rattle off all of those out of the gate and see what...
I've got a few of those too, yeah, so we can alternate.
Yeah, you go first.
Jim Davis gets possessed by Garfield, becomes a monstrous blob because Garfield just eats a bunch of lasagna and then he dies.
Yep. That one occurred to me. I chose not to write it down. It's interesting that you did choose to write it.
I did.
I got one here. It's sort of like, so this movie is the Brendan Fraser's character Smiley, Stu Miley, is a kind of a nice, quiet, introverted man who creates a monkeyfied, anthropomorphized version of his own erection. Monkeybone. Monkeybone is a nasty, horny character. So I was thinking about what about the opposite? What about a monstrous piece of garbage who created a nice, wholesome character? So I thought about what if Mickey Mouse took over Walt Disney's body?
Disneyland would be free.
Yeah, I think, but I like the idea that Mickey just wakes up and he's like, ho, here I am.
Oh boy.
Whoa, now I'm finally in control. And he pushes the button on his desk for his secretary. And he's like, what do we got on my schedule today? It's me, Walt Disney. And he winks at the camera. And the secretary's like, yeah, Kristallnacht just happened and the Nazis are persecuting the Jews, but we've got Nazi director Leonard Riefenstahl here to meet with you and shake hands and be friends with you. Talk about how Jews are bad. What? Hey, we've got all those early drawings from the Dumbo cartoon, all those horrible racist characters of black people that you specifically asked for because you hate black people. We've got those ready for you to approve. Hey, remember when you referred to all the dwarves from Snow White as the N-word pile? We've got all those drawings ready for you to get into also, you racist monster.
Hey, remember when those gloves you drew on Mickey were a reference to minstrel shows? We don't have anything about that. I just wanted to remind you of that.
It's just me, your secretary, who reminds you of racist stuff you've done and said. What else you got?
Well, this one's kind of similar to that, just without a twist, because I wrote down the South Park guys get possessed by Cartman, nothing changes.
Yeah. Yup. Hey, I got one that you might like. Now this one is the opposite. So again, there's two parts. There's the creator gets possessed by the creation, but there's also the creator is trapped in a world inhabited by his own creations. So we've got a creator, and he went into a coma. He doesn't remember what happens, but he's waking up and he's like blinking his eye and he's looking at the world around him. And there's one thing he sees everywhere and one thing he sees nowhere. And the one thing he sees everywhere is pockets, and the one thing he sees nowhere is feet.
It's Rob Liefeld.
It's Rob Liefeld in this one.
Oh no! I'm wearing so many belts I can't move.
I can't. I wet my pants again. Can't get my pants off. Too many belts. I'm gonna cut them off with one of these hundreds of knives. It's me, knife dead.
Oh shit! I can't bend my arms because my muscle proportions don't make sense. Oh, fuck, I keep falling over because my feet are tiny, skinny little diamonds that could not possibly support my massive, massive body.
On the bright side, I can't wait to go suck on Captain America's huge tits.
What are all these lines on my face all of a sudden? Is this shading? What's happening?
But my ponytail is beautiful.
Yeah, my flat top ponytail combo is rockin'.
Actually, I love it here.
I just gotta learn to walk, that's all.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw a bunch of wheelchairs. Oh, what else you got in that vein? Do you have anything else in that vein?
Yeah, I had one more. It's definitely the dumbest one.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Watterson gets possessed by Hobbs, just starts tackling strangers.
Yeah, that is dumb. I have a really dumb one also. It's Michael Crichton. He gets possessed by the T-Rex.
So he's just running around going, Just chasing after Jeeps. He sees Jeff Goldblum. He just runs after him constantly.
Michael, I thought we were having lunch today. But I like this new game.
I don't understand what's going on.
I do have one more. It's more of a question than it is an idea. So in this movie, Monkeybone takes over Smiley and makes him super materialistic and want to monetize all of his ideas and merchandise them to the greatest extent possible.
Mm-hmm.
And also he sees like when he's trapped down in the underworld, in the dream world, he sees Stephen King is there and Edgar Allan Poe is there, and they also got replaced by creations of their own. So I want to know who stole George Lucas's soul and replaced him and made him to care about nothing but merchandising.
It was Jar Jar Binks, Phil.
Yeah, it could have been.
Or an Ewok.
I think it was an Ewok, probably.
I think it was an Ewok. The Ewok came into his body and was like, hey, you know the Ewoks? And everybody was like, what? The what? The Ewoks. Everybody was like, we don't, what are you talking about? You know, the little teddy bear fuckers from Return of the Jedi. Oh, we didn't give those a name. Like, we didn't say that word at all. But
wait, is that word not in the movie Return of the Jedi?
No, no one ever says Ewok in Return of the Jedi.
Does the word Ewok not appear until the Ewok movies?
Yes. That's where my joke was leading, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was too mesmerized by the actual story too. I ruined your joke.
Yeah. No one says Ewok in Return of the Jedi. We all know they're Ewoks because of the Ewok cartoons and the merchandising.
Weird. What if nobody... I don't think anybody said Boba Fett either.
Yeah, they might not have.
No.
Except in the Star Wars Holiday Special, which is where that character debuted.
What?
Boba Fett's first appearance was in the Star Wars Holiday Special as an animated character in the animated segments.
Really?
Yeah. Star Wars is even dumber than you thought it was.
Good Lord Christ almighty. Okay, that's enough of that kind of idea. That was most of the ideas that I had.
I got some.
Yeah, give me what you got.
Can I say, first of all, though, that my first fix of this movie is just, like, give this movie 20 more minutes, because I think this movie could have been good.
Yeah, it was really kind of on the edge of good most of the time.
Yeah, I think it just, like, it felt over-edited to me was the biggest problem. Like, there were a lot of plot points that were just kind of spat out, like, really quickly, and it was like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. And I just feel like if this movie was, say, 105 minutes instead of 85 minutes, it could have been good.
This isn't really an idea, but this movie seemed more like anything to me to be a live-action adaptation of the Beetlejuice cartoon television show.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally a roller coaster to the underworld and, like, nasty little monster leg men and a lot of animals and weird snakes and snake-haired ladies and stuff. And it really just felt like the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch Tim Burton, instead of making Beetlejuice 2, just give us an animated Beetlejuice movie.
Also, if you make a sequel to Beetlejuice, it's got to be called Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is better.
You beat me to it. Yep.
Okay. No, give me your first real idea.
Okay. Horror movie about a boyfriend's ghost haunting your dreams.
So your boyfriend's dead.
Or in a coma.
And his ghost is haunting your dreams.
Yeah, every time you go to sleep, he comes to your dreams and he's just screaming at you.
Please let me out. Please let me out. I'm trapped here in the nightmare world. Please let me out. I don't know how to let you out. You're in a coma. Medical doctors can't help you. It's your fault. Please let me out.
Yeah.
No, Freddie, I don't know how to help you. You got burned up in that fire. And people are saying a lot of weird stuff about you and kids. So I got an idea here. Is this movie's about, it starts out with a really horny cartoon about a kid getting a boner in school.
Yes.
So I thought, what if we just went all the way and just made a fully cool live action adaptation?
Hell yeah.
Right?
Oh, fuck. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, with like practical effects and like real puppets and stuff and big robot hands.
Yeah. Get Doug Jones to play the robot
Yes.
with the TV head.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Have Guillermo del Toro direct that shit.
Fuck yes, please. Yeah, let him direct an actual anime property instead of his, like, anime wannabe property.
Mm-hmm.
I got an idea. This seems pretty obvious, but woman reanimates her boyfriend Frankenstein style, and they bone.
Ooh, okay. So it's like a horny Frankenstein, like the one with the what's that horny Frankenstein with oh shoot, It's like I Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, with the sexy Aaron Eckhart Frankenstein.
Yeah, so you got a sexy Frankenstein. It's like The Shape of Water, kind of, where you're like taking a classic Universal monster and hornying it up. Or Tom Cruise Mummy, they made the Mummy hot in that one.
Yep.
You know, we've talked about this before. Vampires are hot. Werewolves are hot. Let's make a hot, horny Frankenstein. And I like this a lot. So you've got this Dr. Frankenstein. She's a capable doctor. She's a scientist on the edge of what's possible. Now, is it still a period piece? Does it take place in the Frankenstein times?
No, I think it's modern set.
Anyway, yeah, she brings her boyfriend is maybe her sort of assist. No, Igor's still her assistant. But she's got a hot boyfriend. He's not very smart. He's like, okay, now I feel like we are kind of making Rocky Horror Picture Show a little bit.
No, because he was alive first and then she makes him.
Okay, so he's alive.
You just make him from scratch.
And he dies in a tragic jet ski accident.
I was gonna say train accident, but that's better.
Who goes a train?
He was just walking along the railroad tracks, whistling to himself, and he didn't hear the train coming.
I think he was shirtless and all oiled up and doing jet ski tricks to impress his scientist girlfriend, who did not want to be at the beach and was like under a big parasol and like wearing a big hat and like smeared up with like super white sunscreen and wearing a black bathing suit. And she's like, "I hate this. I have research to do." And he's like, "No, babe, check it out. Check it out. Like, look how close I am to the pier." No, Skylar, watch out. Fuck.
Skylar.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Look, he wasn't smart, but I loved him, and he laid pipe. I'm gonna bring him back."
And I'm gonna make his dick bigger.
Yeah, hey, Igor, go to the graveyard and find me the biggest dick. Go find me a freshly dug grave with like a little mound popping up out of the dirt, like they couldn't bury the dick all the way. Can you maybe find me that?
And also, they didn't
please?
bury him in a coffin.
Can't put him in a coffin. Dick too big.
Just stuck straight up. They couldn't close the door.
Oh, that's the tagline for this movie. Can't put him in a coffin. Dick too big. There's like a little flashback to the mortician like trying to push the coffin door down and it won't go.
And then he finally like gets it down and he's holding it down and then it springs open and hits him in the face.
Oh, it's so funny. So Dave Foley's in this movie?
Yeah, he's really good.
He's very good. He's got weird facial hair and bleach blonde hair.
Uh-huh.
So my idea here was Dave Foley Guy Fieri biopic.
Oh, fuck. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just an actual biopic about the real man, Guy Fieri, who is a delightful, good person, and about all his trials and tribulations and how he reaches his fame and success, and sort of like a kind of a just a really milquetoast Hollywood biopic, but it does star Dave Foley looking exactly like he does in this movie.
I love it. Yeah, you don't even need to elaborate further. I love it. It's really good. It might be my new favorite. Oh. What in the world is this? Oh. Okay. I wrote down, so Chris Kattan's character is like I think he's a gymnast or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He turned out to be a gymnast, but he's in like a tracksuit when he first shows up, so I thought he was like a runner.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote down, Corpse Runner, the inspiring tale of a corpse who goes all the way.
Oh, so it's like, it's the big, you know those like ultra marathons of people who run all the way cross country and miles and miles and miles and miles?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those, but this one's a big deal. They're filming it like the Tour de France. It's all over the TVs. It's the longest run that anybody's ever did. And people are dropping out left and right. You know, there's a lot of speculation about not even who's going to win, but who's going to be able to compete. And there's this one runner who's been training his body, training his tendons, training his limbs to do nothing but run. My body is not a machine made for eating food. My body is not a machine made for loving my children. My body is a machine made for running. That is the only thing my body exists for. But oops, I had a big brain aneurysm in the middle of a race and died, but my body didn't care.
He kept running.
The body kept running. There's doctors trying to like run alongside him and put like heart monitors on him and stuff, and they're all turning the camera and shaking their heads. They're like, no, he is dead. His
He's
fucking
very dead.
tongue's hanging out and shit.
His spine just breaks more and more, so like towards the end of the race, his whole upper half is just dragging on the ground behind him.
But everybody's rooting for him. Across America, all anyone cares about, can the dead body win race? It was his last wish, and now it's ours.
Someone runs onto the track and gives him, like Chris Kattan in this movie, they like tape a broom to his back to help him be upright.
Mm-hmm. The other
They're
runners
constantly
are
like-
killing themselves to keep up, but he's I
People
don't
are
have the
handing
rest
him
of that
bottles.
tagline. He's already dead. They
But
might
he
be
quit while he was a dead.
They might be dead last,
No, that's
but
nothing.
he's gonna come in dead first. Hey, you've heard of dead last, but what about dead first? And the movie's called Dead First.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
an idea here from my beautiful wife, Maegan Stressman.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if she wants to come. No, that's not going to work. I was going to say, what if she wants to come get on mic and. No, I can make that work. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Okay. So this
What's
is my
up?
this is my idea.
Megan, this is my wife, Megan. She's got an idea for how to fix the movie Monkeybone.
Well, I think this might fix it. But so you know how that the monkey is really horny and annoying and
Yes.
all that bad stuff. All right, so
Yeah,
there's this
he's a real. No, I was
Well,
trying to think of an example. I
Boner.
couldn't come
He
up
just-
with one.
yeah, he's just a real boner. So there's this show that VH1 made eons ago, and it's called Charm School. And so they
Mhm. Yep.
take like
I'm
the
familiar.
really naughty reality stars from their series there, and they try to like make them good and proper, you know. So they have all the Rocket Love
Mhm.
girls on there, and they have the girls that are on.
Yeah, I remember. Vanilla
yeah.
Ice learned how to use this salad fork, basically.
Yes.
They're a bunch of Pygmalions.
Yeah.
So I thought that maybe you could have like really raunchy, annoying cartoon characters and put them on like a charm school kind of type situation. So we'd have like the teddy bear from Ted, which I've never seen that movie because I hate,
Seth MacFarlane.
well, that probably yes, but also more importantly, I just hate like that kind of horny cartoon character. Weird. I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable and weird.
It's very played out at this point, too.
Yeah, and it's just
Hey, what if a kid's thing fucked, though?
Yeah, and I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel good inside. So,
Teddy
Yeah.
Fuckspin.
so you put all of them in charm school. Who?
Teddy. I said Teddy Fuckspin. I've never seen Ted either, and I don't know if that is already a joke in Ted, but it's Teddy Fuckspin is my joke.
I don't get it.
You know Teddy Ruxpin? Doesn't matter.
Okay. This is why we don't podcast anymore, because it's just 75 minutes of you guys explaining stuff to me.
No, that's really funny.
But yeah, so it's pretty much charm school, but for annoying ass cartoon characters.
Yeah, it's Porky Pygmalion.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, God, that's so good.
But yeah,
Wow.
that's it. But I don't know who would be like the host of the show.
Well, who's the most proper and polite of cartoon characters?
Mr. Harriman from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
That's correct. It's Scrooge McDuck.
Hmm.
Also good. Pretty much the same archetype. Yeah,
Yeah, it's those two.
Yeah,
Like Pearl from
Yeah, she's
Steven
there.
Universe. Or we can also
yeah,
have like
Pearl's
guest.
definitely a teacher.
Yeah, so they're definitely
Pearl's
gonna
a
be
teacher, and also Amethyst is a student.
Oh my god. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
my idea. I feel like I would watch that if there was cartoon characters that I liked in it too. It'd have to be equally parts like eye rolling at these annoying cartoon characters, but then also ones you like Amethyst. So
Beavis and Butthead are there.
and
Oh, hell yeah.
They're
oh, I hate them.
yeah.
I love Beavis and Butthead.
the animation. There is something about some style of animation that I really don't like. So it's like Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah.
I fucking love King of the Hill.
And I bet it's really great, but even back in the day when Rick and Morty came out, I had to watch the first couple episodes and I had to really think about if I was going to continue this because at first the animation was a little much for me, but then it was fine. But yeah, there's just something like what's that show with the meatball in it on Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
And some of it seems funny, but I just can't look at it. So if I watch it with my eyes closed, maybe. But...
Yeah, that's the best endorsement of Aqua Teen Hunger Force I've ever heard.
Watch it with your eyes closed. Yeah, that it.
Thank you for your contribution to
Of
the
course.
movie improvement department. I'm gonna James, I'll be right back. I gotta let
May out of the movie improvement department because she doesn't have the
Access.
keys.
I don't have clearance to get out of this building.
Yeah, we got to put her in that man-sized pneumatic tube.
No, she'll fit in one of the regular ones.
All right.
Just shoop her on out of here.
Yep.
All right, thanks for your help, May.
Of course. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the pneumatic tube noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Porky Pygmalion.
Very, very good title. Titles are on point today.
Yeah,
I feel like titles are one of the funniest things that we can joke about, so I'm trying to focus on them as much as possible.
Hey, I have a very good and best idea that I think you'll like very much.
what do you got?
So, Bridget Fonda, Brendan Fraser's fiance in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
her last name is McElroy.
Uh-huh.
So, movie where Brendan Fraser has to choose what McElroy to marry.
Ooh. So it's sort of like a bachelor of McElroys.
Uh-huh.
Now, are we doing the whole McElroy clan?
Bachelroy.
The three brothers, the father, and also the three wives?
No, I think it's just like newlywed game, or not newlywed game style. What am I thinking of? Love Connection style. It's just three of them. It's just our good boys, Griffin, Travis, and Justin.
Yeah, and it's hosted by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's very adorable.
Yeah.
They would be so nervous.
Justin would not be able to stop laughing the whole time.
No. I have one last idea, and that is, this is a cartoonist who goes into a coma and gets sucked into a cartoon world of his own creation, and it's nasty and yucky. And there's a bunch of yucky animals and stuff there, and they're all horny and gross.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't bring up this idea earlier when we were talking about the other creators and their worlds, because this one I actually like the idea of, and I think it would be really fun to watch.
Yeah.
But it's Lisa Frank this time.
Oh, that would be just pretty and nice.
Yeah, just a bunch of neon rainbows and unicorns and dolphins and pandas and unicorns hopping around in Sparkle World, flying off of trapper keepers and like picking flowers for each other.
Mm-hmm. See, my brain still immediately just wants to make it dark and twisted, though, and have it be like Lisa Frank's been trapped in there for 20 years.
Yeah, and it's great, and she loves it.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason she won't like do interviews or show her face and stuff. She's very reclusive, and it's because she doesn't exist on our physical plane any longer.
Yeah, she's in her own art now.
She's riding dolphins in a sparkle sea, baby.
Yeah.
I'm out of ideas.
I had one more. I'm rereading it now, and I don't know if I like the implications of it, but I'm gonna pitch it anyway, and we can cut it.
Pitch it at me, and and I'm gonna do a quick countdown. We'll have a little bit of silence, give you a nice clean cut, and 3,
Okay.
2. There you go. We got a nice little chunk of audio to cut out of the podcast.
We're gonna leave all that out. Yep.
Oh man, you guys should have heard it. It was crazy.
So yeah, I'm out of ideas now. That was the bad one that no one will hear is the last one I had.
Terrific. So we're just gonna make the horny Frankenstein movie, right?
I like that one. I like Dead First.
Yeah, Dead
And-
First is pretty good. Fuck yeah,
And
Dead
I'm
First
also-
is real good.
And I'm also still gonna stand for the Dave Foley Guy Fieri movie.
Oofa doofa. Okay. Well, I mean, she's already got pants on. I kind of want to bring May in here one more time and just let her take a crack at it.
Take a crack at those three.
Pick one of those three. Well, no, I don't really want to describe them all over again. We'll try and describe them in as concise a way as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We are going to have to explain her who Dave Foley is.
Yeah. Just pull up a picture of Dave Foley in this movie and show it to her.
May I need you one more time, please?
It's hot.
She already took her pants off again.
I need you to close the door.
I would say we could call in Bess, but Bess definitely also has her pants off.
She's got different pants on than she did
I
from
know, 'cause
before,
the
just
other
for the
ones are
record.
tight.
I do need you to close the door, please.
All right, I'm back.
All right, May. So we brought you back in here one more time because we have 3 very, very good movie ideas that we can't choose between to which one is choose which one's going to be the one that we do for our movie for the podcast.
Okay.
So I need your Haters Cast movie buff film expertise from renowned film expert Maegan Stressman.
I know so much about movies.
Name one fact about movies just to prove everyone your chops.
You know, there's people in them, and sometimes they act good, and sometimes they act real bad.
Yeah,
And yeah,
no, wait, you had more. Go ahead.
I just say, you know, some movies are good and some movies are not good, and yeah,
You heard it here first.
I know about movies.
Those were very good and true facts.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
they are not fake. Okay,
I'm gonna
they're not fake facts.
I'm gonna try and as concisely as possible describe these 3 movies to you,
Okay.
and you're gonna have to pick. So the first one is, do you know who Dave Foley is? Here's a picture of Dave Foley.
I saw him in the movie.
Yeah, he was in Monkeybone.
Yeah.
So what our first idea is Dave Foley in a Guy Fieri biopicture, like a biopic.
Ooh, I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't even Dave Foley in Monkeybone, and he actually looks more like Guy Fieri in
Yeah,
this picture.
because he's older here.
Yeah.
But I can see you putting hair on him and
He has hair.
but like different hair. Guy Fieri hair.
Guy Fieri
Fieri.
hair.
Guy Fieri's Super Saiyan hair.
Yeah. So that's our first idea.
Okay.
Our second idea
So
is
it's just like about his life.
yeah, Guy Fieri's life and his struggles and how he became, the Guy Fieri that he is.
All right, cool.
How his journey from Zeroville to Flavortown.
Ooh. The story America is dying to hear.
Our other idea is something we're affectionately referring to as Horny Frankenstein, and it's about a hot goth scientist lady who's brilliant on the edge of science research, and she's got a really hot, muscly, dumb boyfriend who dies in a jet ski accident, and she uses Frankenstein technology to bring him back to life.
I can see
So
that
they
as
can
like
fuck more.
an 80s like kind of.
Yeah, sort of a
Like-
weird
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
weird
mannequin,
science
weird
thing.
science. Yeah.
I think I would definitely watch
Splash
that.
is another one.
That one actually like legitimately sounds like a movie. Like
Some of our ideas do.
Yeah, every once in a while, by complete accident.
well, I'm the worst because I don't listen to your guys' podcast. I've listened to like the first 3 or 4 episodes.
We can
I'm
cut
bad.
that part. Can you do a
Yep.
different take? Just so we have an option of which one to use. Can you do a different take where you say you listen to all of the episodes?
I listen to all the episodes every day, every time they come out. I just, put my headphones in and I just walk around the neighborhood and I, pick flowers and listen to the podcast. And
What's
I
your
laugh out
favorite
loud.
one?
I really like. One time I heard you guys were filming about Garfield from the other room.
Did you look at comics and go, comics, Garfield, they did that one?
Yes. Yeah, I just looked behind me and said Chip Zdarsky a million times.
Yeah.
Chip Zdarsky?
Zdarsky?
Chip Zdarsky?
Zdarsky?
Zdarsky? Yeah.
That's a
Chip
reference to
Zdarsky's
a
Garfield.
completely different podcast. Okay, our last idea is one that we're calling Dead First.
Okay.
And it's about a long distance marathon runner who has a brain aneurysm and dies in the middle of the run, but his body is so well trained that it keeps running. Maybe to the finish line. Who knows?
But he's dead.
But he is dead.
Yeah, it is a corpse.
So he's in a marathon. and
But
there's-
everyone in America is rooting for him.
So it's kind of, I can see this as like an HBO documentary film, like the one about Tour de France, and but dead. So
That is exactly what Phil said, yeah.
really, oh my god, we're
Well,
so
now-
similar.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you're sweaty.
Mhm.
I think that one's really, really funny. I think the second one is like a legitimate like film that I would watch.
Okay.
Like if you guys scrapped together $20 and made a movie, I would watch it.
So is that the one you think we should do?
I think so.
All right. It's Horny Frankenstein.
Woo!
Let's do it.
I'm so glad to help. You guys need to start paying me for my movie expertise.
Yeah. I'll give you. I'm gonna give you 25% of this episode's revenues.
1 cent.
Well, it's gonna be negative money because we pay to host the podcast. So
So you get to pay 25% of our hosting fee this month.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, we share an income. All right, thank you for your help.
Of course.
You can take your pants back off again.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
My wife Megan has spoken. We're making Fuckenskylar.
Can we come up with a better title than that? I mean, I did think of that one also 5 seconds in. Didn't we say the boyfriend's name was Skylar?
Yeah.
Can't it be Frankenskylar?
Yeah, that's one option. Fuckenskylar.
It's not even a Frankenstein pun anymore. It's just 2 words. It's just fucking Skylar. Still has a double meaning though, because it's like fucking Skylar, but also like fucking Skylar.
Yeah, but also it sounds like an art house picture, like Waiting for Guffman. Fucking Skylar. We'll put a pin in that title in the title for now. I feel like we laid out a lot of the plot for the beginning of the movie. Anyways, we got a brilliant, hot goth scientist with a muscly jock boyfriend who does try to impress her with jet ski stunts and then kills himself. And then she and her assistant Igor have to piece his body together with some pieces of other bodies and bring him back as a dead corpse so that they can do horny activities.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of villain who is attempting to discover her lab or capture the Frankenstein and maybe they're like a corporate villain? They're like, we're going to reverse engineer your work. But first we need to reverse engineer Skylar.
No, I think it's Igor.
Igor is the villain. That's an interesting choice.
I think that Igor is like a shitty, like Reddit incel who really wants a goth GF and is super in love with our scientist and doesn't understand why she goes for the big dumb jock boy who Skylar's actually like very, very sweet and nice. He's just stupid. But of course, Igor, this piece of shit, just sees him as an asshole and talks all the time about how he doesn't understand why she dates such assholes. And meanwhile, Skylar will like pop into the lab and be like, oh, hey guys, I baked us some really nice peanut butter cookies. Would you like any?
I want to push back on that a little bit.
Okay.
Because I had already sort of in my mind cast Igor as like a Marty Feldman-esque kind of cool comic relief friend, and as a lady friend, like do a cool female Igor with Marty Feldman eyes. Maybe Kristen Wiig plays her.
I was going to say Kristen Schaal, actually.
Yeah, that's even better, actually. So now that you've tried to recast her as a horrible incel, it's broken my heart. So I'd rather maybe maybe Dr. Frankenstein is in like a graduate science program and like her TA or somebody that she works with in the lab is maybe our nasty incel who's trying to destroy Skylar in order to capture a woman.
Yeah, and make Jordan Peterson proud. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that. So it's like her. Yeah, I like that it's like her assistant, her TA, or her like. So maybe she has like an actual lab assistant, like where she goes to work, and then she also has like Kristen Schaal Igor for her weird home projects.
Yeah, that's her home lab assistant, and also best friend.
Yeah. And roommate. It's just her roommate. Her roommate just helps her.
And I think that Igor like doesn't necessarily like Skylar a lot because Skylar's real dumb, but she does like get it. Like she's like, yeah, I get it. He's fucking ripped.
Yeah. And he's sweet.
And in the end, you know, the incel dies and Igor and Dr. Frankenstein and Skylar live happy ever after.
Yeah, ironically, Skylar crushes him with a jet ski.
Yes.
Skylar, so the climax is on the pier and like, the storms are raging, waves so big, and the lab assistant has our professor like trapped in a lighthouse and he's chasing her around and he's gonna get her, and she runs out onto the pier and he's coming after her with a big old ray gun that they made in the lab.
Yeah.
And Skylar knows what he has to do. He gets on that jet ski and he tries to do the same trick he did from the first one. And this time, because the storms are raging, the waves are big enough, and he pulls it off and he leaps over the pier and decapitates the man with the jet ski propeller.
Let me tweak that slightly.
Okay.
Skylar doesn't know what he's doing. The evil... The evil TA has actually destroyed the replacement brain that I put into Fuckenskylar, and he's just now stuck in a loop of recreating all of the last actions that he took before he died the first time. And the big jet ski trick is sort of the culmination of that. So actually, the Frankenstein and Igor have been rushing to stop him from the big jet ski trick because they're afraid he'll destroy his body finally and for real this time in the big storm. But instead, he does get to hit the big sick air, jump the pier, and then slice the head off of the TA with the jet ski propeller.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And then they put his brain back in and don't remember any of it.
And then he makes brownies.
Yep.
I don't know why I've settled on the detail that he likes to bake, but
He
I
fucking
like it.
loves to bake.
Yeah.
He's like that baker from Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yeah. Terrific. I like it a lot.
Okay, shall we cast it?
Yeah, we've got our 4 characters.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to randomize this one. This one feels like it needs a little bit of personal care and attention.
It does, because I want Kristen Schaal to be Igor.
Kristen Schaal is going to be Igor, and we got to make sure to cast a big, hot, hunky muscle boy for Skylar.
Mm-hmm.
Obvious choice, Michael B. Jordan. I just saw the poster for Creed 2 today, and he looks real glistening and muscly.
That's a very good choice. I was going to say John Cena.
John Cena feels old to me for Skylar. I feel like Skylar's kind of young.
Yeah, that's fair. I would still like to see John Cena, though.
Yeah, it would be funny. Maybe, we can get John Cena in the picture, Skylar's even dumber best friend, who keeps thinking that he's seen Skylar at the gym, but that can't be possible because Skylar's dead. So he keeps banging on the door of Dr. Frankenstein's lab asking where Skylar is.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, Skylar can be Michael B. Jordan. That's a very good pick.
Yeah.
I've never seen Michael B. Jordan play dumb. I bet that would be fun for him.
Yeah, it would be fun for us, the audience, as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he could portray like a nice dumb, like a Channing Tatum-esque nice dumb.
Yeah. Channing Tatum would also be a good choice.
Yes. Okay, what about Dr. Frankenstein herself? High femme, goth, science queen, Dr. Frankenstein. Christina Ricci feels like an obvious choice.
I love Christina Ricci. Yeah, I want her in more stuff. She's really good. Also, Thora Birch, if she's still around.
I'm sure that she is.
How old are we thinking for Dr. Frankenstein?
Well, Christina Ricci is only 38, and she could definitely play younger.
Because I was going to throw out Neve Campbell.
Yeah. Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking more of like in graduate school, Dr. Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah, Lizzie Kaplan's pretty good. Yeah, let's do Lizzie Kaplan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the idea of, yes, it's got to be Lizzie Kaplan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Lizzie Kaplan. Dope. What about our gross incel TA?
Oh, man. Miles Teller.
Yeah, that kind of makes a lot of sense, huh? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really does. Oofa doofa. Yeah, he does fit that bill, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
Just his whole face and deal.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Terrific actor. Sure, he's a wonderful guy. God, he's got a real asshole of a face. Yes, it's Miles Teller. Yeah, I just went on his Twitter page, and his Twitter banner is Tom Brady, but maybe it is Tom Brady maybe fumbling the football, so now I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. It is Miles Teller.
Yeah, it's Miles Teller.
Terrific. I think we've done it.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, we did cast everybody, huh?
So if we're not going to call this movie Fuckenstein, James, what are we going to call it?
I thought we were going to call it Fuckenskylar.
Yeah, Fuckenskylar. You got to kind of say it like Frankenstein. Because Frankenstein, You're putting all the emphasis on that first syllable. Frankenstein. Fuckenskylar.
Fuckenskylar.
It's one word.
It's one word?
It's one word, James. Frankenstein is one word.
All right.
Fuckenskylar's monster. And then in parentheses, a winking smile emoji. So you know it means penis.
Wait, what?
It's Fuckenskylar's monster. Because Frankenstein isn't the monster. It's Frankenstein's monster. Fuckenskylar's monster, ... winking smiley. And that
So is the doctor named Fuckenskylar?
No, we're implying that Fuckenskylar has a monster penis Liz, you remember that movie Blockers?
Yeah.
And it was actually called Cock
yep.
Blockers, but the cock was implied. So our movie's actually called Fuckenskylar's Monster Cock, but we're not going to put that in the movie because they wouldn't put up the posters anywhere. So it's called Fuckenskylar's Monster ... winking smile.
We have to censor cock, but we can put fuck on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's just called, we can just call it Fuckenskylar. That's, if you feel like that's too confusing, we can just call it Fuckenskylar.
I'm just down a rabbit hole with it now that I don't think I can see past. Yes, let's please just call it Fuckenskylar. I don't care if it's one word.
It's one word. It's called Fuckenskylar.
Okay.
Terrific. And we've done it once again.
This one's actually a pretty good movie, I think. Mm-hmm. I would watch it.
Yeah, we've made a terrific movie. All with the help from my wonderful wife, Maegan Stressman.
Thank you, May.
Making her just a quick, brief cameo back into the world of podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, James.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, May. She didn't say anything. She's listening to RuPaul really loud again. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you to Cusick for the use of their song Dragonfly, which is our theme song. Hey, everybody, do me a favor if you listen to this podcast and just go tell some people about it. Tell some people, hey, I listened to a really funny podcast. Just Phil and James, they make bad movies better. They improve films. They improve films,
hey,
they improve the world.
Hey, May, what do you think about podcasts?
I listen to all the episodes every day, every time they come out. I just, put my headphones in and I just walk around the neighborhood and I, pick flowers and listen to the podcast.
Yeah. So look, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, subscribe on Stitcher, subscribe on whatever, so that this podcast comes into your audio listening app just automatically every Tuesday or sometimes Wednesday. And fucking just go out and tell people about it. Just tell your friends, because we think that we've got a very good podcast here. We believe in it very much. We're very passionate about it, and we'd like more people to hear it. I think that's all I got. Follow me on Twitter at Phil Stressman. Follow James on Twitter at Doc Professor Man. Follow the podcast on Twitter at Movie Improvie. Do not follow May on Twitter. Her tweets are private.
You can't read them.
You cannot read May's tweets. Please don't try. I know that you're all very impressed with her, and you really enjoyed listening to her today, but don't just get on, clickety-clacking on Twitter trying to listen to her tweets, because you can't read them, and also you can't listen to tweets.
Okay, I'll give you one to appease you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Am I gonna throw up? Maybe.
Yeah, so that's the only one you get. That's the only, and she's never gonna hear that we did that because she doesn't actually listen to this podcast. But look,
I'll give you another one. How is the weekend already over? Crying emoji.
Hard-hitting stuff.
I went to the food carts by my house and didn't get dingers, but I saw the owner getting coffee and we said hi to each other, and then he watched me walk to another food cart and now I feel bad.
Okay, great. That's enough
Crying
of May's
emoji.
That's enough of May's tweets for this podcast. Look, there's a place you've got to go. For learning, all you want to know about the facts of life. When books or what, you're there about, and looks are what you care about, the time is right. When the world ever seems to be living up to your dreams, you start finding out what everything is about. When the boys you used to hate you date, I guess you best investigate. You got to get them right. And James, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have this Chinatown.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go to Chinatown.
To Chinatown, yep. You'll avoid a lot of damages and enjoy the fun of managing Chinatown. You got the future in the palm of your hands. All you got to do is get you through is understand. You think you'd rather do without. You will never make without the truth. The facts of Chinatown is all about you.
The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go to Chinatown. Things will be great when you're in Chinatown. No finer place for sure. Chinatown. Everyone's waiting for you.
James, at the end of the day, that's Chinatown.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.